Hi guys, Kimi
and Pua,
and we are here to talk with you a little bit about one of our favorite things in the world, the best week ever. So we wanted to tell you a little bit about the history of Best Week Ever and how it came to be and why we just think it's the cat's meow and we're completely obsessed with it.
So Kimi and I have had a podcast together for about a year now, and it's a weekly podcast. So the Best Week Ever originated from our weekly check-ins with each other to talk about what we were going to record that week. And as we talked about our content, we realized that we had to spend a little bit of time before we planned our podcast just talking to each other about life and just kind of hashing things out, making sure we were okay, solving any problems that we had.
Yeah, it was an incredibly powerful process and something that worked really well for us. And we started to use this in our own life as well. Sort of just asking ourselves questions each week to check in with ourselves. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Not just on a mental level, creative level, but physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And each week, we also felt it was really sustainable in terms of it wasn't something we were trying to do daily. Weekly just felt really good to us. And so we decided that, wow, we're getting so much value and benefit out of this process. We decided to put it on paper and share it with other people and see if it would bring them the same benefits that it brought us. So we started to sort of share this process with people, and lo and behold, we started by hearing amazing stories about how it was transforming people's lives.
Yeah, part of this process is you check in with yourself, all the aspects of your being. And then you kind of look at the past week. How did that go? You look at the week right now. You look at the week ahead. And there's a scheduling component. There's a goal component. There's ways to figure out your joys and your values. And what we've found is being able to link all of these things with our activities and our events and things that we're doing week by week. We were really able to harness the things that really bring purpose and passion to our lives and see that in other people. And one of our favorite testimonies from someone that it's just so beautiful. And she said, the Best Week Ever process has afforded me more sunsets in the last couple of weeks than I've seen in the last 2 years.
I love that so much. We always say we feel weird if we don't do this process every week. And this is the single habit that has had the biggest impact in my life over the past year or so. And it's one of those tools that just keeps you in alignment with what is important to you. And we all have that feeling, we are familiar with that feeling, right? Those times in our lives when we're like, gosh, like this week is just blurring into another week, and all of a sudden it's summer, all of a sudden it's Christmas, all of a sudden it's 2016, and you're like, where is the time going? And this is it's almost like a touchstone every week and a safeguard, that's something that you have in place each week so that you don't have that phenomenon of things just blurring into each other. You're holding yourself accountable, you're staying in alignment with your big vision for what you want for your life, and it's very powerful, and it's just really fun.
It is. We are firm believers that the quality questions that you ask yourself really determines the quality of your life. And so this is a compilation of questions that we feel really kind of guides and dictates the way that you live your life week by week. So it is a habit, and it's a really very joyful habit, and we talk a lot about creating the space and time to do your best week ever almost as a date with yourself. So, you can sit down with your favorite drink, have a cup of coffee, have a glass of wine, find a safe space that you feel comfortable in, anywhere that you can really just kind of introspect a little bit and really take the time to honor yourself through this process. And it really has changed the way that we live our lives.
Yeah, and we've heard wonderful stories about people, how they've been using this with significant others, with their families, with their businesses. So we love the fact that this is a customizable ritual as well. And so check it out. We are super excited to share this with you, and we're always here for any questions that you have about this process. As we said, we are completely obsessed with it. We love it, and we love hearing your stories about it. So reach out anytime you have questions, and we wish you the best week ever.